Previously on Searching for C-Shells.
Hope Town moorings are pretty busy and pretty close. Yeah. We're never gonna get out of Hope Town.
The wind's picked up.
So our first, it's the first rainstorm we've had in the Bahamas. We're gonna, I guess it's a thunder storm coming in, and we're gonna have some wild winds for the next 2 days.
We are not superstitious in the least, but there is a legend of an old mariner's curse that having bananas on board was guaranteed to bring on disaster. There are a number of stories of where this legend came from. One is during Spanish trading through the South Atlantic and Caribbean in the early 1700s. It was noticed that almost every ship carrying a cargo of bananas disappeared at sea. No matter where this legend stems from, you will still find sailors today that forbid bananas on their boats. Like I said, we are not superstitious, but one thing is for certain, we have bananas on board this night in Hope Town.
We just woke up and we got a boat that came in through our window. Yeah.
What do you know how to turn on?
I don't know what to do. So we're trying to go into Barry's boat. And as we're trying to raft with Barry to add more to the chaos, we ended up into these nice folk here. And I still don't know how we're going to get out of it, really. Quite close to this catamaran now, and not the mooring heel is. What's happening? Okay, what's? Oh. Now we've also got the mooring of this boat hooked around one of our props. Yeah, it's just not good. It's just so chaotic though. It's with the wind. One boat, our mooring is gone. One boat in through the window and then another one down. We have fiberglass damage here, Shell. Dive down, check out our prop and see how that damages. They're divers, so they know what they're doing. They're dive instructors. Tight.
No, I can't cut it. That's not the problem.
If you cut it, that's fine.
That's what I would do. I would cut it. But if I that, he's going to go backwards.
He's going to. There's a lot of strain on the top, isn't it?
Are you sure you want to let go?
No, I'm not sure I want to let go.
Okay. Just re-anchor and put it all in the cab and just let her sit for a few hours.
Sheldon, how do you feel about the situation here tonight? Not good. It's been a kind of a wild ride here tonight. It's our window. We've cleaned up some of the glass. And it's about 4 a.m. and we're just waiting. Yeah. It's about 4 a.m. and we're just waiting for sunrise so that we can figure out what we're gonna do to get out of this.
So, really bad incident. Our mooring broke free in Hope Town in the middle of the night, and sleeping, we crashed into another boat, came right in through the side window, took the rail off the boat, hurt the rub rail, the fiberglass, a whole bunch of stuff. Then we were trying to maneuver our way through the mooring field to get to safety. I think the dinghy was tied to the side of the boat and it snagged another mooring with a guy on it. We're now tied up to him, we're snagged up. My prop is wrapped up with the mooring line. His bow is this way, my bow is this way. We're really close to boats all around. This situation is not over. If that mooring breaks, we got 2 boats that are going to go adrift in this mooring field, and we're going to do a lot of damage. So we're hoping that holds. The wind is gusting to, we're going to get the phone.
Yeah, we called C-Tow and in our insurance.
Hello, Sheldon speaking. So that was C-Tow. We have a call out to a local captain or whoever their contacts are here in the Bahamas, and they haven't heard from him yet, but hopefully that's the person that's going to arrange divers, boats, and try to help with this situation.
So we have 1 engine going.
We have 1 engine going just in case something happens. The other engine cut out because it stalled out when the prop got caught up in the rope.
And I don't even know where we're going after this.
And I don't know yet. I don't know where we're getting all this repaired. I don't know where that window comes from. I don't know where all the fiberglass work gets done and the rub rail is off on the back.
Let's just
anyway, it's
get to mooring.
I can't say it's not stressful this evening. This morning, really. It's now, what is it?
5:30, I'd say.
6 o'clock.
6, oh good.
The sun's going to come up in an hour. Okay.
I'm going to make some coffee.
The people next door that we're actually rafting to are beautiful people.
Yes, they're
so
very nice to us. Yeah, they've been kind.
They're really nice people, very kind people, very calm people. She dove down in the middle of the night to see my prop. She's a licensed diver, instructor. I'm very thankful that they are very nice people.
Yeah, we got our boat beat up a little bit, Sheldon. It's not very nice.
I hope it doesn't ruin our trip.
I know. We could end up on the hard with this shack business.
Hopefully it's not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
And his prop is tangled in our mooring line. And we've decided not to move at night because we didn't want to have any other damage to other boats. Over.
Roger, but everybody is on the power boat. You have people on the power boat as well as people on your boat, right?
Everybody is safe. The people who are on the power boat and us in the sailboat, everything is fine. We just require assistance with a motorboat or 2 motorboats in order to make sure that we can do the maneuver properly and there's no additional issue. Over.
Roger, but at some point what we need to do is A, find a location to take that boat, B, get a diver first and then start it up and do it on its own power. So I suggest that we wait until the marina's open, see if there's a spot to put it on the dock. But in this wind, the best thing to do would be to get a diver down there, which would probably be Froggy's, and see if, or, you know, get a hold of Lucky Strike and see if we can do it under his own power, which would be a lot smarter in this wind. Over.
We've already dived. My wife is a diving instructor. We went there last night and we assessed the issue already. Over.
Roger, do his engines run?
Yes, the engine run, but there's only one shaft that is operating. The other one is tangled in 2 mooring lines and it's very well tangled. Over.
Right, let's see if we can get a diver. Let's find a location. Find a location, and we need to find some heavier boats. So, because you can't do it in the inflatables. So, let's try and get in touch with Lucky Strike or possibly Aaron at the marina. Over.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Because, of course, inflatable cannot help. Over.
There's a power boat that dragged down. He's now wrapped it up to a Morgan 41. They're on the west side of the harbor. He's got his line wrapped around, and he needs a relocation program.
Yes, we do. Line. Yeah, we don't have that. So they're going to tie the two F lines to Barry, Indiana over here to try to keep us from going anywhere once our friends here in the sailboat take off. It is a big operation. So much could go wrong.
There's too much. Just for information, this going is a bit different. Okay, when we took it, there was only one line and one red way. Right. The other one is gone.
Make sure those knots are good, Shell.
So what they did, they actually sterned our lines to the back of Living on the Edge and just to straighten her up so we could cut the sailboat free, and then we assessed the damage to my running gear and the rope, the line that is wound up on it. We had a diver from the boat next door here come over and dive down and cut it all off. I still have some rope jammed up in my cutlass bearing.
Do I need to let go of this at all? No.
Then we hooked a long line to another mooring, a small mooring here, supposed to be strong, and we pulled and pushed the boat's bow over to here, and we're now safe and sound on this mooring, we hope, until this wind blows through, so we can get the boat hauled out, probably at Marsh Harbor, to assess any damage. I can go on one engine. I'm sure of that. We checked to see if I could put the other engine in gear, and I could, and the prop was spinning. But there seemed to be a little sound, maybe a little bit more vibration than I'm used to. Anyway, everything is safe. We've been cleaning up glass all day, all morning. Just little shards of glass tempered glass from the window. I'm really tired. I think I'm going to take a nap. Very exhausting night. I'm glad it's over.
So we just got off our mooring. We're heading out of Hope Town. It's been quite the experience here. Beautiful place though. Okay.
I just put it in forward then for a good 10 seconds. I didn't feel anything. I don't want to put her in for any longer than that either.
Right.
Because there's rope up in there, right?
Right.
In the cutlass.
Right.
So I don't want to heat up the...
So we're on one engine right now?
So we're still on one engine.
Okay.
I'm not going to use the other engine until I get it checked out, because I don't want to cause any more damage than what could be there. I think there's nothing. Maybe we just haul the rope out of the cutlass and
all would
we're
be
all
good.
good.
That would be awesome.
From a running gear perspective, that would be good. That would be the best case scenario. But I'm not gonna run the boat. I'll keep her going in close quarters to use.
Yeah.
But going like this, I'm going on one engine.
So we're heading into Marsh Harbor Boatyard, getting haul out, check out our damage. It's been about maybe 10 days since the accident. So today we'll see how bad everything is or how good everything is.
souvenir.
There you go. Not really. So we're getting blocked to get some things done. We just had the welding guy here to help fix our rail, and seems like it's going to be a little bit of work. Hey Sheldon.
The work done here in Marsh Harbour Boatyard is just a patch job. Put everything back together and let's continue to enjoy the Bahamas and get north in the spring. To really get fixed up, we're going to need new windows,
How you like
rub
that
rail,
one?
fiberglass work, and a paint job.
Look at this. I mean, they just came and we're thinking, oh, I think this is more mess than, well, it's not, but, well, so much for keeping it. Let's start over again. Piece of plexi to get us back into the U.S.
We have learned a few things as well. We no longer take moorings in the Bahamas. In a blow, we'll trust our anchor. When we take moorings elsewhere, we back down on them with the engines to make sure they are solid.
And we get to go back in the water. We still have stuff to do. We have to stay all weekend and stuff, but at least we're going to be in the water.
We also learned something about ourselves. This incident was bad, but it could have been much worse. Our boat is afloat, everyone is safe, and everything is repairable. But even with these unfortunate events, it is still our goal to continue this quest. We know for certain we are meant to be here, meant to live aboard, meant to cruise these waters. Exploration by water is foundational to who we are, and the negative experience that will arise will not change that. I guess if we were to give any advice to you, it would be this. Make sure you can take the bad with the good. If you cruise extensively, you will go through some rough patches. You will either have engine issues, your anchor might drag, you may go aground, you may get caught in some bad weather, or the mooring you are attached to may even break in the middle of the night. Being able to handle incidents like these is going to be the difference between having a terrible experience or just having a good story to tell. There is one thing we didn't learn, and that was to keep bananas off the boat.